How we doing, hockey fans? Ghost Picks team Justin here. Off another crazy night in the NHL. And once again, we came at him with a dog. We had two plays yesterday along with our free play. We're going to go ahead and get into all of those. And like I said, it's a really tough time of the year trying to figure out what games to go on, what games actually matter to teams. We say it every video, and that's just kind of the grind we're in right now until playoff hockey starts, which is Saturday, which I cannot wait for. We don't know exactly who's out playing Saturday. We do know the Capitals versus the Bruins is a for sure thing on Saturday. We don't know when the North Division is going to start, and we don't know how it's going to look, but more to come. I'm just going to go ahead and following all that stuff. Yesterday we had, like I said, we had two premium plays, and then we had one free play. I'll start off with our free play. We took the Dallas Stars versus the Chicago Blackhawks. Coming off the day prior, we took the Blackhawks versus the Stars. And in that game, Dallas really showed me that they wanted to play, and they were really actually quite hungry. Lankinen kept Chicago in the game, and I felt like it was a no-brainer to go back to Dallas. However, with that being said, the game started. First two shots, 2 goals for Chicago, and that's just something you don't foresee. Ottinger has been a very good goalie this year, and he got absolute shook in the first 2 shots, and I thought we could have been in for a long night. However, Dallas did exactly what they did the night prior, and they absolutely dominated every aspect of the game. They were playing from behind the entire time. They got the all-important third goal, making it 2-1. And then they kept pushing. They kept a lot of pressure on. Chicago was on their heels the entire game, and they would get a couple breaks. At one point, they're 3-1. Then it was 3-2, 4-2. And then Dallas made a really big push in the third to go ahead and get that game 4-4, force overtime, where they would eventually win, putting us another free play winner. I believe that's 17-6, a little free play run that we're on for you guys, which is always a really good thing. And then we had our top tier play, which was the Florida Panthers money line versus Tampa Bay. You can already tell those teams are ready for the playoffs, and it is going to be a very exciting series to watch. They are out there just battling, a lot of penalty minutes. It's going to be interesting to see how the refs call this game come playoff time, and once the Lightning actually get healthy. I am excited to see Stamkos come back, and I don't know when Kucherov is going to make his appearance either. That's going to give Tampa Bay a huge push. But Florida won that game quite handily, I would say. Even though it was only 2-0 at the end of the second, you could tell that they really had the game in hand and were never really pressured by Tampa Bay. So for us, it was a nice 5-unit winner, and it was a fun game to watch when you're on the right end of that. And then for our dog play of the day, we took the Vancouver Canucks versus the Winnipeg Jets. I believe it was at plus 155. And Vancouver came out to play again. You could tell the Jets are just content with making it to the postseason. And that's, I think they're hoping for the 3 seed. Maybe, I don't think they care if they play Toronto or Edmonton. I just know they're gearing up for it. They're resting their players. They're getting Hellebuck. They're letting him sit. And I knew that was a chance for us to get some plus money, and Vancouver jumped all over the opportunity. One thing you got to remember is a lot of these teams that are not in the playoffs and they're young teams, they got guys who are still playing for their job next year. They're not veterans. They don't own a spot on the team like a lot of these veteran guys do, kind of like pack it in. They're out there and they're hustling and they're grinding for a spot next year. And Vancouver is a young team, and they came out and they showed that they still wanted to, maybe end the season on a high note after kind of a rough year with COVID and maybe not living up to expectations as they normally would. They were fun. It was a fun game to watch. Vancouver jumped out to an early 2-0 lead. The Jets kind of made a little bit of a comeback, 2-1, and before Vancouver got a late goal in the third to put that one out of reach. Giving us a 3-0 day, plus 7 units with a plus money winner there with Vancouver. A really good day. And, that's all you can ask for, especially when you get down to these later games. It kind of be crapshoots, and you kind of have to be careful which games you go in on. With that being said, there's only 2 games today. We have the Capitals and we have Boston, which is a pre-playoff matchup. I'm not too sure how hard those teams are going to go. I don't know if Oshie's going to play. I don't think Ovechkin's going to play. I don't think Carlson's going to play. I don't think Backstrom's going to play. I don't think Carlson's going to play. Who's going to play for Washington? I don't know. Boston, kind of in the same boat. They got Coyle out. You know, it's a tough game to go off of right away. And then you also have the Winnipeg, Vancouver as well. I don't know if Hellebuck's going to start net tonight. It's too early to see that. That's kind of a big factor for me, telling if a team's going to play hard or not. So with that being said, if you wanted to, I can put a small lean on going back to Vancouver tonight and taking them. I think they're right now the line's at plus 150. It opened at plus 140. You know, I'm not confident enough to put that as my free play. I don't know enough about the game yet. But I will say I'm going to be watching that, and I'm more than likely going to put out a play potentially on that, or I might not even have a hockey play today because there's just 2 games. There's just too many unknowns, and it's just not worth throwing out units to throw out units. With that being said, my free play today is going to go to baseball, where I like the New York Mets over the Baltimore Orioles. Yeah, Means is playing today. But I do like Stroman, and the Mets are a really hot team. They've rattled off 5 in a row. Baltimore's kind of trending in the other direction, where I think they're 2-5 in their last 7. I do like the Mets today, and at minus 135, I don't think you can go wrong with taking them on the money line. So, not all of you guys' favorite thing when I go to baseball, but you know it's about that time of year where once hockey's finished, we're going to start really grinding down on baseball. And this is just my chance to show you how we're doing in the MLB. So for my free play today, we're going to take the New York Mets money line minus 135 versus the Baltimore Orioles. Follow this page and subscribe and like. And coming up later on, we'll have a deal coming up for the NHL playoffs. It's going to be a one-day deal, and I don't think you guys are going to want to miss it. So as always, good luck, God bless, grind on, and let's go.